downside, a pullback and retracement, a breakthrough resistance, return downward, confirmation of support perhaps. We do have some brief downside here, a potential bullish dip to be buying, and we have been prophesizing this downside for the last few days, strategically returning to my 77-cent level in XRP's case here. So be sure to stick around till the end to see what's really going on here in the crypto sphere. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and we have an article regarding some internet browsers. Yes, there are browsers that aren't Google. We have Opera partnering with Polygon. Additionally, we have Brave browser partnering with Solana, integrating Web3 and blockchain technology respectively. Brave browser, however, is already a crypto entity. They are behind the basic attention token, which is rewarded to users who choose to use Brave browser with ads enabled. So you get paid to look at ads while you browse the internet with the basic attention token. But continued bullish adoption, in my opinion, continued use cases here. Some very bullish partnerships for some pre-existing crypto projects. So it is always nice to see further integration like this and further utilization of these, pre-existing crypto entities, giving them further use case, and just overall very bullish, in my opinion. I find it very hard to be bearish on crypto at this point in time over the last few months, even since the November wreck down and correction that the whole market is attempting to come out of. I've been finding it very difficult to be bearish during this time because some very interesting institutional activity has been going on around the crypto sector, and so with all of this newly found activity that just was not around for Bitcoin within its last 10 or so years of life here, there's a very brand new particular setup forming, and I do believe a whole new set of cycles is upon us. But feelings and opinions don't matter here in trading. We look at confirmations, we look at the flow of the markets in crypto, and we always watch out for EngineeringRobo. Drop a like on the video if you like the video, and be sure to subscribe. Now, looking at XRP, what do you see? You see an X, you see an R, and you see a P. We got the early bird, buy, for, and golden cross in play. We're going to recap real quick. EngineeringRobo members already know we used the early bird and buy for back in July of last year. Saw 118% in gains, doubled our money like it was nothing. And then using the sell for and bearish cross in November, we were saved from the crippling crypto correction that proceeded to follow. 48% in downside after bearish parameters met in November. So with bullish parameters in mind ever since the beginning of February of this year, we've been invested into XRP technically since the buy for and golden cross was confirmed on the 13th from that 82-cent level, where we put 50% of our investment into XRP. 20% went in at my support level throughout the end of February there, and we put that remaining 30% into XRP on the 12th of March when the daily candle opened and closed above the descending trend line. So during that time, we were watching out for this sell for in play that was not very nice, that was plaguing us for a bit. We were waiting for a potential second bearish robo advisor to consider reducing our position accordingly and await for the return of bullish parameters. However, with the buy for returning and confirmed on the 28th of March and holding strong during this dip and pullback, I do believe this upside will likely continue here. We have gotten very close to my resistance level. Sell pressure present at 94 cents is waiting to give us a hard time, and that is still where I anticipate continued movement toward here until bearish parameters suggest otherwise. Currently, we are coming back to the 77-cent level. My horizontal level is 0.7741. The low of the 31st of March daily candle is 0.7794. So I'm off by a good 0.0050 something. You win some, you lose some. But in my opinion, 77 cents is going to be a key level here that we do need continued bullish interaction with as if it were support. In my opinion, I would not recommend accumulating at this level because the strongest level of support was all the way back at 63 cents, which we saw at the end of February, and it will be 94 cents once we have daily candles opening and closing above it. So We always go with the flow of the confirmations, and we watch out for EngineeringRobo here. So during this crazy phase of sideways here that we are technically still trapped in at the moment, we have printed a bullish higher high on the 28th of March relative to the 8th of February. However, we printed a not so nice, slightly bearish lower high on the 28th of March relative to, in my opinion, the 9th of December here. So we're nitpicking these wicks. We're looking for just very generic higher lows and higher highs for the continuation of this upward movement here. In my opinion, this does further suggest that some short-term sideways will need to occur as we handle this short-term pullback and retracement. Very bullish momentum and pressure in play. Let me know down below your thoughts on XRP though. So Opera, one of the major crypto-friendly internet browsers, announced the integration of 8 blockchains in a continued effort to introduce Web3 to more than 380 million mobile and desktop users worldwide. Increased exposure there would appear for a good over 250 million people. In January of 2022, Opera launched the Crypto Browser Project, a Web3 focused initiative for facilitating navigation across decentralized applications, games, and metaverse platforms. As a part of its initiative, the browser company added support for major blockchain ecosystems, including but not limited to Bitcoin, Solana, and Polygon. Opera said in the announcement, Opera users now have access to the Polygon and Solana decentralized applications and ecosystems, as well as the benefits of Layer 2 DeFi via Starkware powered by Diversify. Ultimately, Web3 is on its way to becoming a mainstream web technology, and users won't need to know they're interacting with it. They need to get a superior user experience and a true benefit. So, in my opinion, just very bullish integration of Web3 technology here for these browsers and operating systems. And lastly, the article mentions how Brave Browser has partnered with Solana. The CEO and co-founder of Brave has quoted saying, "With more and more users and creators requiring tools for fast and affordable access to the decentralized web, this integration will seamlessly pave the way for the next billion crypto users to harness applications and tokens." So as we all know, millions, hundreds of millions of people using these browsers and operating systems here, integrating them with pre-existing crypto projects does give some very nice exposure and is very bullish overall. In my opinion, this is just yet another contributing factor to why I find it very difficult to be bearish during this scary red time here in the market. We have downside pullbacks. We have Bitcoin stopped going up briefly, but for us to experience hundreds to thousands of percent in upside, we will have to be prepared for the 30, 50, 60, 70% in downside that will occur along the way up. So let me know down below your thoughts on this article. Find it in the description. Looking at Ethereum, recapping real quick with the buy for and moon back in July. Our investment into Ethereum experienced 75% in gains. Using the buy for and golden cross in October of 2021, our investment into Ethereum experienced 37% in upside. With the sell for and heck back in November here, we were saved from the crypto correction. Bearish parameters met on the 18th of November, and then 45% in downside proceeded to follow price action here once EngineeringRobo became bearish all the way down to my support level. With the buy for and moon throughout the beginning of February, our investment experienced 4% in gains. However, bearish parameters were met, so we did reduce our position accordingly as we patiently awaited for bullish parameters to return. And as you can see, the buy for moon and have confirmed bullish robo advisors ever since the $3,029 level on the 23rd of March. But with the golden cross in play as well, all 3 of our chosen robo advisors bullish here, we perhaps could consider similar price action relative to previous instances where this trifecta of robo advisors came into play, which is different from that instance throughout the beginning of February there. So we are bullish on Ethereum. We have been invested ever since my support level back in January, technically. And if you missed out on that level, you were able to on the 24th of February. We put 30% into Ethereum when the daily candle on the 19th of March opened and closed above my descending trend line, and that remaining 50% went into Ethereum when the buy for and moon was confirmed. So since we have interacted with my resistance level, $3,414 is still currently resistance. Sell pressure is overhead. Many traders were taking profit. We have printed a higher high relative to price action throughout the middle of January of this year. So that is, a bullish incentive in my opinion. This retracement is to be expected. You are suggested to take profits at my resistance level. So technically buying at my support level and taking profits at my resistance level would have allowed you to capitalize on 47% ROI if you chose to take profit a few days ago, where EngineeringRobo members were able to. So until bullish parameters are met here, we do anticipate continued gains. We watch out for $2,711 per Ethereum. That is a target. We may have a pullback or retracement too. However, that is rather unlikely. Potentially a key level could be near the $3,000 price level for Ethereum there. That may be a significant, solid level of psychological support that may need to be interacted with before we can continue our upside here, as the human mind does like round numbers for whatever reason. And a lot of trading is psychology. We're trying to outthink everyone else, trying to outthink each other. Do I buy now? Do I sell now? Or do I buy later or sell yesterday? Looking at Bitcoin here, it would appear, as we all know, we're making that retracement, returning to a previous area of resistance, confirming it as support. We are still bullish on continued upside here toward my resistance level, $58,202 per Bitcoin. This retracement may take us back to my pink range of stink strange, $42,000 to $40,000 per Bitcoin. However, that is rather unlikely in my opinion, though not impossible. I do believe a lot of buy pressure is present, and any downside that we experience will likely be rather short-lived. Though we always go with the flow of the confirmations. And EngineeringRobo, we've been invested since my support level all the way back in January, where we put 20%. We invested 50% when the buy for and moon was confirmed on the 1st of March, and 30% went in when the daily candle opened and closed above the descending trend line on the 23rd of March. So we've been invested in Bitcoin here, experiencing gains, awaiting continued upside with all three of our robo advisors bullish here, approaching the soon to be revealed six-figure level based on all of this institutional activity going on. I do believe a strong future for crypto is ahead of us. The fear and greed index here is still suggesting that a potential top for Bitcoin is near the $175,000 level. That is a far more reasonable price level to be considering a top for Bitcoin. That is where you are heavily suggested to be taking profits. That is where extreme FOMO is present. Many traders will be afraid of missing out on Bitcoin gains. Sadly, they already have because someone needs to buy the top, and those same traders that will be buying the top are the ones either currently selling right now or too stricken with fear, uncertainty, and doubt to be buying currently. So, lots going on here in the market. We're on the brink of a break upward from a range of sideways. Higher highs and higher lows would, relatively suggest a simple uptrend in play. We heavily accumulate during interactions with the fear zone here. The closer we are to the fear zone, the more Bitcoin you want to be buying, because this is when the market is under extreme fear. You are suggested to accumulate during times of fear. If you listen to, the one and only Boren Wuffett, may have heard of him, may not have. FOMO zone is where you're heavily suggested to be selling. Long-term investors will be selling at that level and taking profit. However, as I mentioned, FOMO will be present. So many traders will be buying up all of those, heavy take profits and heavy sell loads at that level. But, they're buying the top. I very much suspect Bitcoin to surpass the six-figure level and interact with seven figures in my lifetime. But if we have to give it that another, 5-10 years, so be it. Let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Check out Engineering Robo for free with the link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube and tune in for the next one.